So here, basically what we're doing is developing a deep understanding of sodium-ion batteries, from how they work in a material level all the way through how they would impact system-level performance for energy storage systems. My name is Brandon Kelly. I'm the VP of Cell here at Peak Energy. I lead all the cell development. So that includes fundamental material work, a lot of collaboration with external parties, along with some internal development, cell testing, small cells, and then also testing large format cells for system integration, really different temperature profiles, different lifetime projections, things like that. So developing the fundamental understanding, working with our partners out of this Broomfield location so that we can develop the next generation of sodium-ion batteries.
We use the pouch cell format to do rapid, high throughput development of our sodium-ion technology. My name is Sean Culver, and I'm a senior cell engineer with Peak Energy. I am focused on materials development and supply chain, as well as advanced cell designs and technology development. Today, we're going to walk through the steps in fabricating pouch cells here in our development lab. We take the active materials, so that could be the cathode powder or the anode powder, and we add this to solvents, binders, carbon additives, and mix this together to create a slurry to coat out for our electrodes.
Once we have a homogeneous slurry, we will take that and we will put it onto a casting table. My name is Alex DeLuva. I'm a cell engineer here at Peak Energy, and then we will take what is called a doctor blade, which will uniformly spread that slurry across the table and form a nice uniform layer that will then be put into the next phase of the process. Once the slurry is coated onto the current collector, we have to make sure that that electrode is adequately dry and all the solvent from the coating process is removed. So to do that, we take the coated electrode and we put it into an oven and we do a vacuum bake of the electrode overnight.
Once our electrodes are dry, we will then densify them to move into the next process. We use a pneumatic die to stencil out the electrodes for the next step. The next step is welding. In this step, we take the stenciled out electrodes, we clean the notches, and we weld tabs to act as connection points for the testing of our cells. In the stacking process, we'll first place an anode down. We then add the separator, and then the cathode lies on top. At this point, we move into the next step of sealing, where we want our pouch cell to be sealed on 3 sides, leaving one open for the next step, which will be vacuum drying.
In order to ensure high quality performance of the pouch cells, we need to remove all residual water from the cells. So we place them into a vacuum oven and do a bake that removes water and gets the cells ready for electrolyte filling.
Once that drying process is complete, that will be taken out into a glove box environment, which is inert and will allow us to prevent any air and moisture entrainment while we fill the cell with electrolyte. Once we've filled the cell with electrolyte, we'll move on to the vacuum sealing step, where that final side is going to be sealed under vacuum, and this kind of really helps with the wetting of the electrodes with the electrolyte.
Once we have our final sealed pouch cells, we are able to test them, but to be able to test them, we first need to apply a uniform amount of pressure to ensure that they have the appropriate performance. And to do so, we take a metal rig and we apply stack pressure to the cells uniformly.
Finally, we can take those completed cells and run them through formation and cell testing. So in formation, we're going to put the cell under kind of mild conditions to get it ready for longer term testing. And we can actually do different designs of experiments on different formation protocols to improve things like cycle life and Coulombic efficiency.